So I'm going to have a little smidgen of a chat this morning about two things. Topic number one is tree trimming, because if you can hear the background noise, there is tree work going on in my neighborhood right now. It's very loud. It's spring, y'all. It's spring. Like, birds are nesting, squirrels are having babies. Don't trim your trees in the spring. Do it in the winter. I think about like life, natural wildlife has already got enough challenges trying to find a place to live with the few trees we have. And don't trim your trees in the spring. Let those little babies grow up and live, and don't make those mamas have to panic and move their babies and find a new nest place. So I'm just putting that out there just as something to think about. All right, topic two. So I was coming in my little tent enclosure to do topic two. And I see why I should have put those poles in as we had rain. So I guess I'll go dig them out and put them in. Oh my gosh, are you ready? Well, let me get inside before I do this. All right, here we go. Okay, it's driving me crazy. I can't even. I'm going to come back and talk about this later. I'm just going to go do some work in my garden, and hopefully they'll stop with the chainsaws soon, and I'll be back. You guys, I just came into my garden room to get the little roof thing for the tent thing to put up while I'm waiting for the tree people. And I just saw the most beautiful thing. Let me show you. This is a Polydamas swallowtail butterfly whose plant is pipevine. And it overwintered with me, and it just eclosed. This is so exciting. This also means that likely the ones that are out in nature are going to start eclosing, which means I could get eggs anytime now. And my pipevine needs to grow. I'm going to go fertilize it. But first I'm going to put the roof thing up, and hopefully the tree trimmers will go away. These are my all-time favorite butterflies and caterpillars to raise. Love them. All right, it's a little quieter now. I have a little break. I got the roof in. So hopefully I won't have that rain issue. So there is a little assembly required, but it was really easy. I didn't even need to look at instructions. So the roof is now domed, and let me start. Oh, never mind. They're revving up again. I'll be back about that. Okay, you guys, the tree trimmers have left the neighborhood. It's quiet, it's peaceful. And so let's just share a moment about tropical milkweed. It has a bad rap, and deservedly so, but Florida is a different story. This is the story of tropical milkweed in Florida. In South Florida, it's everywhere, and it kind of needs to be, because there's no native milkweed that can keep up and support the full-time, year-round monarch population that lives there. Animals and insects can move around globally a lot faster than plants. So sometimes an animal ends up in a place, or an insect, and it gets there before its native food source gets there, but yet somehow finds a way to thrive, probably because there was tropical milkweed there. You know, which came first, the tropical milkweed in South Florida or the monarch butterflies? Did they find it and stay? Did people see the butterflies and buy the tropical milkweed for them? Who knows? It's there and it's a thing, and it kind of needs to be there to support them. Also, a lot of people there use giant milkweed. I see a lot of that too, helping support that population. And as much as there is in the world about monarchs and declining, we want our Florida population to thrive. I'm in Central Florida, Zone 10A. Depending on our winter, I can have a year-round population of monarchs. So it's hit or miss with me. This year was not the year, but I have had years past where I have monarchs all year if I had a mild winter. So when I buy tropical milkweed, I buy it on an as-needed basis, and I keep it in pots. And I don't let it go to seed so it doesn't spread to areas. I cut it back regularly. I do all the things. But I also think it's good for me to have it because a lot of people in Florida have it. And so you can follow along and learn how to keep it from being a bad plant, because it's everywhere here. I feel like my channel serves a better purpose of showing you how to care for it than telling you not to have it, because it's here. I don't think it's going to go away. So I think care and maintenance is better. I don't know. Y'all can tell me what you think kindly in the comments. So thankfully I have this little tent thing because it's perfect. I can house my tropical milkweed in here and use it to feed caterpillars, which is my purpose for it. I don't plant it in my garden. I keep native in my garden, but I do have a giant milkweed, and I have balloon milkweed, which acts like an annual here just because I love it. But I want to show you something fabulous. Look what's going on. So these milkweeds I put out in my garden during the day, and then I move them back in here at night so they don't get eaten by the sneaky snacker. And we have our first caterpillar residence in the what I'm referring to as the butterfly haven. Look at that sweet little baby. So that's super exciting. That baby can grow and munch away in here on all of this milkweed. And one day I'll come out and it'll be fluttering around, and I love it. And look at my little sassafras tree that I also have in here. Getting ready to put on leaves. And while I was inside waiting for the tree trimmers to go away, this happened. There are 2 Polydamas swallowtails now. This is fabulous, y'all. So fabulous. Look what was just delivered. And speaking of deliveries, while I was sitting here working, we have yet another butterfly eclosed. Look at this beauty. Oh my gosh, this is a giant swallowtail that overwintered with me and eclosed today. I have multiple host plants for them, but the number one that I find eggs on is my wild lime. And while I was in there, I noticed Mr. Adorable. Look how much bigger he is. In the last video, you saw me have that little face cap on, and now he's got totally different looking. And I can show you real easily. If you are looking to find these caterpillars on your wild black cherry trees, it's a lot easier to find them as caterpillars than eggs, because you just have to look for this. Like, they start at the end and they eat their way in and make little munch munch patterns. So look at your wild black cherry trees and look for this marking on the leaves, and it's likely there has been an eastern tiger swallowtail caterpillar munching, and you can look around and see if you can find them. But also I noticed his cutting is getting a little droopy. So I have a fresh cutting here that I'm going to put in for him. And I'm going to remove a few of the leaves on this cutting, like those ones down there. And then I'll stick the other cutting in there with this one. I'm actually going to remove the top and these little bottom leaves. And I think I will take this leaf too, because I'd rather it eat the fresh leaves. And so then we'll just be able to move on to the fresh cutting. And then I can even take this leaf and kind of lay it on top of another leaf, so it can easily transfer. And now we are going to let this sweet little one alone and put it back in its enclosure. So I pulled out the little swamp milkweed. I'm going to give it a drink and show you how much bigger these babies are getting. Look how cute! Oh, I do love them. Look at those little aphids. They will not hurt the caterpillar. If you get too many of them, sometimes they drain the leaves of nutrients. But you also, like if your aphids are out in your garden, you kind of just want to leave them, because enough of them get together. They send off signals to ladybugs to kind of announce their presence, and the ladybugs will come and eat them all up. So just let nature do its thing. Here's another little one. So this is a Florida native swamp milkweed, and it is no way enough to feed just those 3 caterpillars I showed you. And this is what it would look like about this time. I bought this one at the nectary, but let me show you. This is my swamp milkweed that I have from last year. It goes dormant in the winter and then it grows back. So this is all the bigger it is right now. And that is not enough to feed those caterpillars. Now I have these covered, so these don't even get eggs laid on them, because they could not support monarch caterpillars, which is why I bring in the supplementary tropical milkweed. So imagine in places like South Florida, where you have monarch butterflies there in the winter, and all the milkweed goes dormant except for Asclepias perennis, which is a year-round but is very small milkweed, and it doesn't grow prolifically enough to sustain a population. Okay. On to other things. Something that I worked on while I was waiting for the tree trimmers to go is, in my little flower garden up here, I had a couple of plants in pots that were not happy in pots because they weren't getting access to enough water. Mainly these 2 salvias, so I went ahead and planted them in the ground. Here's another one in the ground. And this coreopsis, it wasn't as bad. It didn't get as droopy, but it dried out and it was root bound, so it needed to get in the ground. So those guys are in planted. Everybody else is still pretty much in pots. And look at that little Mexican sunflower. Oh my gosh, that's just adorable. That little guy was growing out in the side yard, dug it up, I moved it in. It was in that makeshift greenhouse where everybody else died, but it was still alive, and now it has a flower. I love it. Now let's see what I bought. This is another plant order, I believe, from Etsy. And I ordered this, I want to say close to the same time I ordered the other ones. They were really slow on getting it out. I don't know if they're a more northern company. I did find out that that Emerald Goddess company that I ordered the one of the bottle brushes from, it is in Florida, so that's probably why it got to me so quick. Oh, okay. I'm like, why can't I pull this down? Hang on a second, let me show you. Everything is taped in. Okay, so we got a little message. My plants may be dormant. Okay. Watch for all the real cool items we'll be adding to online stores. We approach late winter, spring. Doesn't have their store name on it though. Let me go see if I can find out who this is because I want to let you guys know. Okay, so I looked at the return address on the package and it doesn't have the Etsy store name. It's like a person's name. And oh my gosh, I remember this. It is in Hudson, Florida though. So this one's in Florida too. Let me go on the Etsy app and look and see who this is. Okay, I wrote the name down because I'm not sure how you pronounce it. So there it is. And I ordered from them because they had some verbenas and I want to do some hanging baskets of verbenas like the moss verbena I had last year. And these were really pretty colors, so okay, so they use a lot of tape like Joyful Butterfly, and they wrote kind of labels. It looks like it says pup, but it's not. Hang on a minute. Oh, purple. I bet it's purple. Maybe. Okay, y'all. It was a fight to get this one out. Like, this taped. Well, I'll tell you, these plants are secure. Look what happened to the thing when I was trying to get it out of the box and get the tape to let go. This was more challenging, way more challenging than Joyful Butterflies tape, but it's tape and I got it. Not that big a deal. So these are all verbenas. I want to do them in hanging baskets. I got 2 white, hence the W, and 2 purple. Okay. Let me untape these guys. I don't think I have ever in my life had to fight with tape as much as I have with unboxing these. But look at this colocasia. This is a colocasia redemption plant. And let me tell you, it was expensive. Well, for a plant. But it's gorgeous. Look at those leaves. You know how I love elephant ear leaves and patterns. Let's get in close. Look at how beautiful this patterning is. And the colors. Oh my gosh, I love it. And this one, I could not resist. The photos of the flowers, y'all, I had never seen them before. This is called a fuchsia angel earrings cascading plant. I think I'll do this in the hanging basket also because of the cascading feature. Y'all go look this plant up and look at the flowers. They're incredible. Are they related to butterfly gardening? Will they attract butterflies? I don't know. I just had to get one because I couldn't get over how beautiful the flowers were. Okay, so that is my collection from that Etsy shop. So that's 3 Etsy shops I've tried. So far, the plants have been great. My favorite receiving has got to be the Emerald Goddess, which is where I got one of those bottle brush plants because it just arrived quickly. It had excellent packaging, detailed information with the name of the business on everything. So I really like that. All right. I can't wait to see this bloom. A little golf fritillary just went flying through. I have to go look for more eggs. So far, none of those eggs have hatched, but I just got them, so there's still time. All right, about the fuchsia, I took some notes. The fuchsia angel earrings plant. It is heat tolerant and USDA zones 8 through 11, and it thrives in partial shade. It needs consistent moisture, weekly fertilization to maintain its blooms. It can get 20 inches high and 25 inches wide, and it's cascading, as the name says. So it will do very well in a hanging basket, and it attracts hummingbirds. So I am so excited about that. Another thing I want to chat about is some of you watch in the UK, and so I need your help. My daughter lives in Wales, in Aberystwyth, and she is wanting to start her own garden. And so I'm looking to help her, but like finding out what's native to her area. Like, I don't know how it all works. Like, do y'all have garden zones over there? Like we have the USDA zones here, like I'm zone 10A. And how do I find out what plants are native to her area that will help support the pollinators in her area? Are there plants that you recommend? And are there any good YouTube channels for that area that she might want to follow and check out? So UK friends, if you can help me out, I would love that, because I'd love to help her get her garden growing over in Wales. And on that note, we are over 25 minutes of unedited vlog. So I'm going to end here. We're going to get this video edited, and I hope you are seeing more and more life in your gardens and spring growth on your plants and flowers and butterflies showing up. And I can't wait to chat with you in the comments. Bye, everyone. Oh, tap the like button. Well, never mind that. This is a Gulf Fritillary caterpillar, literally just hatched. Okay, here's a better shot of it. It was eating its egg, but the leaf was wiggling around, so now I'm trying to hold it more still. I think I disturbed it. So, tiny, tiny little brand new life. This will become a beautiful Gulf Fritillary butterfly. And it's on the host plant that I have for it in my garden, which is a hybrid of a native Passiflora incense. That's incredible. And y'all look, here's another one, and it is about to hatch. Like, that little head is gonna push through that egg. And that little caterpillar is going to be out and munching on its egg, too. Just so you don't worry, we are back to munching our egg. All right, bye, everyone. You guys, look at this little guy. I've not seen this before. Don't go away. Who are you? Oh my gosh, it's adorable. I have never seen anything like this, but I am in love. Who are you? I'm going to identify you. Oh my gosh. I've got to find out what his host plant is. What the caterpillars look like. Okay, you guys, I got an ID. It's a disparate Forrester, a member of the owlet moth species found in North America. You guys, I have its larval host. It's Virginia creeper. How fabulous is that? So I think I'm gonna try and see if I can dig up and repot some of the Virginia creeper that's growing in my garden and try and do a planter with a trellis sort of thing, so it'll be easy to check for caterpillars. This might be the end of the video. I don't know. We'll see. You guys, look. This is the one I just showed you the egg. And he looks like he's just coming out. Brand new little life. Go Fritillary caterpillar. Welcome to the world. There we go. Turn around and go eat its egg. Or it's going to go in circles. Oh, there you go. There it is. All right. Enjoy your first meal. Maybe this is the end of the video. Bye, everyone.